place that feels cold, I can see or hear what my face said. And I float through a haze and I feel that it's real running through my head. And sometimes life can always be the same. That's why I drink so I forget my own name. And time after time I do it again. I'm getting wasted. It takes no time. After work where I lurk in the dark on my own desk, there I sit with my flask, it's my mask to cover the truth of life's cruel test. Sometimes life can always be the same. That's why I drink so I forget my own name. Time after time I do it again. I'm getting wasted the way that I feel, the face that I see, the way that I walk and I talk. It makes sense to me. Just wait and see. I'm getting wasted. I'm getting wasted. I'm getting wasted. And I live in a place that feels cold, I can see or hear what my face said. And I float through a haze and I feel that it's real running through my head. Sometimes life can always be the same. That's why I drink so I forget my own name. Time after time I do it again. I'm getting wasted the way that I feel, the face that I see, the way that I walk and talk. It makes sense to me. Just wait and see. The way that I feel, the face that I see, the way that I walk and talk. It makes sense to me. Just wait and see. I'm getting wasted.
All right, back to rock and roll. Thanks for watching that little video. That was super fun to make, and I'm very excited to test that out. But today, as promised, since we're doing a music stream, we are going to be bringing all those tracks into the Rainmaker, which is one of those personal stories, which I will definitely divulge to you guys as we continue on to our music production. I think the only Time Machine track we have for this particular track is from 2017, I believe, and so I didn't. It was even before, cause I think I wrote this one in 2011, and I never recorded it, never did anything. So what you're hearing is it was just a scratch track. Is the only one that I could find before we were going to lay it down. The one we're going to mix tonight, so we'll do that. But like all professional streams, I figured it'd be important to share with you guys, a message from our sponsor. So we're going to cut to that real quick, and then we'll go back and load up the Time Machine and listen to a track.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
As a sponsor of the channel, can you tell us about what you want to, what your product is?
Okay, first, well, just always.
Excellent. And what does it do?
I just always. Oh, don't wish.
Wonderful, and I really do appreciate you. Oh, it's that good? It's laughable, it's that good. I just wanted to thank you for saying a couple words and sponsoring our channel today. Do you have any closing remarks you'd like to say to everyone? Yeah? You're just kidding. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Just thought you'd appreciate a word from our sponsor.
That's
How could I not add that in? That was hilarious. I just left up my Streamlabs OBS, clicked it on, and then just started going. So I'm like, well, let's improv this. Let's do this. See what happens. Okay, so let's move this panel over to here. And then we are going to be queuing up the good old time machine. And yeah, we're going to take a listen to, like I said, this is a scratch track of the Rainmaker that we did in 2017. I think it's just, it might even be, I'm not sure if it's myself and Mr. Stevens playing, it might just be myself singing like a BS vocal track. But you'll get the idea of what, you know, it should sound like with vocals, even though I've definitely done better. So we'll check this out real quick, and then we will go into Adobe and start mixing this puppy down for mass consumption of repeated songs, which is what we love to do on this channel. Which is what we love to do in this channel. Sorry, sometimes I speak too fast. All right, let me cue this up here, and here we go.
Rainmaker, I guess it's time again to fill all the cracks that have the deepest pain. To the surface floats all the memories that I washed down the drain. It's the same, but the pain, well, it still remains. I'm sinking faster, can't get dropped when you hit the brink and about to sink. And the world has reached the top and overflowing, and there's nowhere left to hide. It's time to pay the toll of the one who stole all the wicked lies and sinful truths untold. When the Rainmaker comes knocking on your soul. Some bad decisions brought you down this line. You buried them so deep you thought that I was fine. But you feel that itch of a single drop that's burning down your spine. It's not fine, but the time to remind you that I'm sinking faster. Can't get dropped when you hit the brink and about to sink. And the wicked lies and simple truths untold. When the Rainmaker come knocking, it's time to pay the toll from the one who stole all the wicked lies and simple truths untold. When the Rainmaker comes knocking on your soul. Getting faster, can't get dry. When you hit the brink and about to sink, and the world has reached the top and overflowing, and there's nowhere left to hide. Time to pay the toll from the one who stole all the wicked lies and simple truths untold. When the Rainmaker comes knocking on your soul.
All right. Gotta love those 80s screams at the end. ISL! I can't do it right now because my daughter's sleeping. But yeah, that's like the only note of that entire take that I actually like. All right, so visuals on that particular adventure were pretty trippy, I have to say. Enjoying most of that as usual. Welcome back to Adobe, the most amazing program in the world. I didn't even color code these. What a loser. Okay, well, I guess we'll start with that. That's the easy part. We'll just color code the drums. I guess someone's already green, so we're good to go. Okay, so let's take you back on a little journey. So this song, 2011, what happened? Several things happened, actually, but I guess one of the biggest things was in 2008. My first marriage ended, and at that time I was still working at that music store. I think I've mentioned it on the stream before. And so that was a, retail sales position, but it was in music. So I mean, the best thing about working at a music store is you get, gear at cost. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of us do it. Sorry about all the dinging. So that was one of the main reasons why I stayed there as long as I did, but, just went through a divorce. I wanted to change, something different. So I decided that I was going to try my hand at working at Visions Electronics. So that was... I didn't enjoy it too much. I enjoyed the people. The people were fantastic. That part was great. But the actual work itself, 100% commission, all the time. You pretty much had to force people into buying stuff or else you wouldn't eat. It was essentially the deal. So it was, one of those deals where it's like, okay, so this isn't going to happen. It's time for, a career change. So I walked up to a bar. This is after an interview. I actually got an interview at the Brick to sell furniture, and the guy that met me at the door shook my hand, and he said something like, would you care to see our wares or something? Would you care to see our wares, sir? And I was, immediately I knew, oh my goodness, is that their script? It's like, is this what I'm going to have to say to people when I meet them? Like, I just wanted to puke. I was like, this is not me. I got to get out of here. So, I did. I literally walked down the street, walked into a bar that Double Jack is played at, went up to the owner, and just said, hey, I would like a job. And he was like, hey, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I'm going to bartend. And he goes, do you know how to bartend? Have you had any bartending experience? I said, no, but I do have a piece of paper. I do have my, what's it called? Mixology degree. The only thing that Braxxis has on a piece of paper saying that he went to school. I went to college for a bit just to make sure I had a brain in my head to take a couple courses in my 30s. But, it was one of those things where, I definitely didn't I didn't pursue it to graduate. So I did have my mixology degree, which, by the way, when you're in a very popular dance club on a busy night where there's 400 people, your mixology degree means absolutely sweet F all, because it is all muscle memory, as most things are, and experience, and I definitely got yours truly got his ass handed to him quite a bit before I actually knew what I was doing. Give me a second here. We got overhead vocals, kick in, kick out, hats. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm at this bar. I'm starting to learn my chops. I'm starting to make some, money, and we're sitting around having beers one day, and it's brought up because it was a pretty popular place that there's going to be a charity mixed martial arts fight. And I've always been a workout guy. I was working out quite a bit at that point just because, I don't know if anyone else goes through the same thing, but when I have a breakup and I'm single and back on the market, especially at that point, because, the relationship that included my marital years, about 6 or 7 years. 6, I think. So I was going to the gym hard, right? I was like, that's it. We're going to look good. And I'm bartending, let's make some money, the whole thing. And I just decided, yeah, okay, I'll volunteer. So I volunteered for a mixed martial arts fight, and I have never done anything that intense. Never done combat, octagon cage fighting in my life. But I was like, whatever. I'm benching pretty good these days. Let's give it a shot. Now this is the start of the Rainmaker saga. So I'm excited, right? This is something completely new for me. Something that I've never done. Where is snare top? Snare top. So I'm ready to get this thing going. My trainer was super awesome. I'm diving in. I'm getting the crap kicked out of me. I mean, I can't tell you the kind of bruises and pain I went through. I'll tell you this part, which before we get to the reason I wrote the song Rainmaker, but that kind of training and that kind of focus, dedication, especially in a fighting, environment, was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my entire life. It definitely taught me this. If you're a gym person at all, and if you think you're fatigued, I put snare bottom twice here, so you just delete that. You're not. It's like your body always has more, because when you're in a, the whole thing was like I would train for the entire morning, and that would be doing like circuit training and technique and stuff, and then I would do strength and conditioning training, which would also wear me out, and then they just throw me into the ring with my trainer, and then he would just kick the crap out of me for 3 5-minute rounds. So I've already like exhausted myself, for hours before I even hopped into the ring, and then tried to attempt that. So it was crazy, but it was absolutely fantastic at the same time. I've never regretted doing that. Now my mother is a devout Catholic, and she obviously found out about this because I was telling everyone, and she started praying for mishaps to happen. Now, I'm not calling my mother the Rainmaker by any means, but I'm just saying these are some of the things that add to this. So these are the three things that happened that made the whole thing fall apart. So here I am. I think I trained for 5 months. It was 4 or 5 months of like dedicated hardcore. This is all I'm doing. I was bartending and training. Like, that was it. And first thing that happened was my trainer. He is a lot better than I am, and this day was just going to be, all we're going to do is, we were in the octagon, and there was going to be zero stand-up, right? We were exchanging blows today. We weren't doing any kicking or punching techniques. We were strictly doing jiu-jitsu on the ground and trying to, I was trying to survive is basically what's happening, right? Like, this guy's a pro, so I was just trying to slip out of his stuff and, break away as quick as I could. So we're in the middle of this, and he's got me in what's called a body triangle. So that's where I'll use this arm as pretending it's his leg. So his leg was all over across my rib cage, and he had his other leg kind of cinching it up. And I was really trying to fight him off, right? Like, and so I just decided, okay. And the thing about it, it's kind of like, it's sort of like Anaconda, right? You're losing breath. So I decide, okay, I'm going to take a big breath, right before, so I can, get some, get some oxygen in me, because really fighting is all, it's air, it really is. It's like whoever has the most energy at the end is going to win. I found, don't get me wrong, you get knocked out, but for the longevity of the fight. And so I breathed in huge and tried to, fight back. So when I breathed in, he squeezed down, and on this side just went pop, 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 and all the like cartilage in between the rib cage, like actually I'm not a medic person, but anyway, I got it cracked, like hairline fracture, like, so I injured the entire left side of my body. I couldn't even breathe. It was like 2 weeks before the fight, and honestly, like, between you and me, I love the training, but even everyone that was involved in my training was like, honestly, you're too nice of a guy. Like, you're gonna get, oh, we have a vocal track here. Sure, let's pop that up, and I don't know if that's the same vocal track or what it is, but let's just see. And you know, you're too nice. So I mean, chances are I probably would have got my ass handed to me anyway. You know, I don't know. I was taking it pretty serious. I'll never know. I will regret that. You know, because when you do that much training and that much dedication, it's nice to see, you know, like what kind of thing you're made out of. You know, what's your mustard kind of thing. But that never happened. So that was the first thing that happened. And now that we've got the tracks in, I'll speed up the story. So, ribs, toast. I have to cancel the fight. I'm out. Right? That's not happening anymore. I was given a vehicle from my grandfather, and I also hadn't really been, like, maybe a couple drinks here and there, but I took it pretty serious, so really hadn't touched booze, especially at that point. I probably hadn't touched booze in a month, like right before the fight. And so myself and Mr. Stevens, my guitar player, we decided to go out. We see my sister's band, and we're on a tear. It's awesome. He's being my DD. I'm just getting drunk because I'm so pissed off because I couldn't fight, and yada, yada, yada. So we leave the bar. He's driving, and he says to me, it's like, hey, I'm smelling like smoke. And I'm hammered, right? And I've only had this car for like 2 weeks. And, you know, I'm just like, yeah, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. Like, we're fine. Just keep driving. You know, like, we're almost home. Everything's be fine. We were highway driving. My sister was playing just in a town about 15 clicks outside of where we live. And then he's like, Mark, and I got to look up from my, you know, inebriated haze, and he's like, now there's fire. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's totally right. Like, the hood of the car is lit up. I'm like, holy shit. So we hop out of the car, you know, like, call for, you know, assistance. He's on it kind of thing. It starts pouring rain, and that's not quite where the Rainmaker thing comes in yet. Starts pouring rain. My whole car gets lit up. The only thing that survives in the trunk was, like, you could see, like, the melted carcasses of, like, 2 boxing gloves. Really nice boxing gloves. Actually, they were a gift. And, you know, I was so pissed. And, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Even Jack was like, do you want to keep going? You want to, you know, because I could have just continued to get annihilated, because after that my ribs are all screwed up. I'm lost the fight. My car blows up on the side of the road. I'm like, you know what, man, just take me home. It's all good. So takes me home, and in the morning I'm hungover, and I'm like feeling like shit, and I swing my feet over the bed and I plop them on the ground. And remember I said it was pouring rain? Well, the basement suite I was currently renting, the sump pump that was underneath the staircase stopped working. So when I swung my feet over, I landed in like 3.5 inches of water. Like, the whole basement suite was flooded. I was like, F my life. Like, I couldn't believe it. And that's when I came up with the idea of the song Rainmaker, because, you know, I just couldn't believe it. And the reason I told you the story of my mom is I called my mom in the morning and I said, Mom, my ribs are busted, the car blew up, my basement suite's flooded. Stop praying for bad shit to happen to me. I'm not fighting. You know, let's move on. Oh, man, that was just ridiculous. Oh, and one thing that I learned, too, is that, you know, here's another thing. Musician, right? There it is. So we were doing Greco-Roman. I'll see if I can show you that. We were doing Greco-Roman exercises, and I was trying to, you know, sweep, and I jammed my thumb, and it never healed properly. So this thumb can go all the way, and this one is stuck at like this stupid 45-degree angle. And for anyone who's a guitar player, one of the tricks you do is you wrap your thumb around the top E string to play power chords, and you just like support it. Sorry, with the camera support with these fingers. I can't do that anymore ever since my stupid fighting days. So that was another sign to go, hey, we're done. You know, let's move on. Obviously, you're not meant to be a fighter. You're meant to be, you know, a musician. And here we go. Yeah, I see in the comments it's pretty ridiculous time in my life. But we now know the story of the Rainmaker. Let's hear how she sounds. Okay, so let's go to the effects rack, which we've done before, and we're going to be applying all the effects racks that we have saved, which is nice. So there's our kick in and kick out and hi-hats And alright, I love this. It makes things so quick. We'll see if there's rototoms in this too. I still have that rototom thing saved from the last song, but we'll see if Brando did any cool rototom ones. What am I at? I'm losing it. Snare top. That's what I'm doing. Snare top. And oops, let's not rename it. And snare bottom. Tom 1, Tom 2, and Tom 3. I think all that's left is the overheads. We're just going to start with the drums too. I'm not going to put in the guitars yet. We'll get a good drum sound. Where are the overheads? Overhead 1 and overhead 2. Plunk. Okay, let's open up. Yeah, you know what? Let's open recent. Let's open up the boys right up. Yeah, let's go to the mixer and let's see what this is at so we can get a close one. Let's take a little quick picture for myself. And this is overhead 1, overhead 2. Boink. Now we can get an idea of what we're setting these things at. Alright, back to Rainmaker. There we go. Alright, so let's... This is at just over 1, which is lovely. This one is at -1. Hi-hats are at -5. -13. +3. -1. -3. These are actually all pretty much the same here, which is nice. Overhead -6. -6. Okay, and then our panning. So we have 0, 0. This is hi-hats are left. 71. And right is 71. And snare top left. Left 1.7. This will be the same. Left 1.7. And then tom 1 is left 5. Bet you that one will be 0. Yep. Right 5 for tom 3. Right 5. And yeah, I just read in the chat. Oh no, yeah, it does suck. It's something that's always pissed me off that I can't play those chords anymore like I used to. And then this is red 1 over 2. This is right 70 and left 70. Okay. Let's go back here and let us mute all the other instruments. And I guess we can just kind of fast forward to where these drums start and let's hear what they sound like. Ooh. Oh. Nice. I think I got these mixed up here. Let's try left 70 And right 70. Oh no, I had it right the first time. There we go. Oh, Brando, just awesome. Yeah, I hear you, Commander Steel. You have the best scar out of all of us, that's for sure. Oh man, there's a lot of little. Oh man, Brando, you're just such a good. Oof, just loving it. Well, I think that is a very good start. I'm digging it. Okay. Love how he lays that shiza down. Okay. So I don't even know if I go like soft at all in this song. I can't remember. I don't think I do. So I don't think we have to do that thing like we did with Arthur and the Boys Ride Out, where you have to separate the two tracks and have me clean for a bit and dirty for others. I just think it's gonna be straight through dirt, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so let's unmute all these and let's solo yours truly guitar. We're gonna spend a little bit of time on Jack's guitar here too. We are gonna cut that section because I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, we're gonna find out, but I'm pretty sure he does a pretty epic solo leading into all this. So I can't remember if he recorded, if he was gonna do it after the fact, but I guess we're gonna find out. So Braxxis guitar dirty. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, I think he got it. Awesome. So good. Okay. Before we get into that, we got to do some panning. Back to the mixer, and Braxxis guitar is panned. I think it's 30, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, it's... Oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure. I didn't take a picture that long. 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 all the way. All right, there you go. So we're good there. So I'm 30 left, and Mr. Stevens is 30 right. Back to the Rainmaker. So we're going to go to... I could do it here, but I like the mixer mode better because it makes me seem like I'm doing a mixing board. Okay, so I'm going left 30. And we're doing right 30. Now, here's the one thing I might do. I don't know why you can't hear anything. I think everyone else has been able to hear stuff, but who knows? Could just be the sound of my lovely voice. I'm sorry about that. Woo! Okay, pretty epic little solo there. So, yeah, okay, so here's my dilemma. I'm not sure, because I like having a full sound, and I'm going to listen to that one more time. I think 30 degrees might be okay, like it's enough in the middle. Yeah, I think that's full enough. We're still gonna mess with Jack's solo here, but yeah, okay, we're gonna be okay. But I also noticed, I'm like, Jack's guitar sounds pretty thin. It's because we didn't put on the cool effect racks that we're supposed to do. Hey, we got sound. I'm glad you can hear it. That's awesome. I would have been really worried because we had sound the whole stream, and then all of a sudden it dropped out. I wouldn't put it past my streams to have sound drop off in the middle of it, though. We have had that before, and I'm sure we'll have it again. Okay, so let's go back to Mr. Stevens. Does he just have the one sound so far? He does, because when does Jack ever play soft? Why would he? Alright, let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Even that effects rack was like, what's up? Alright, we're just going to mix this. There we go. Now it's equal in both ears here. Telling you something like click to unmute. You definitely want to click to unmute this stream, because this is all just rock and roll. Alright, that's mixed pretty good. Okay. Oh, man. You know, honestly, I've been playing guitar for as long, probably even longer, than Jack has. But there's just some guys, they just got it. Like, I can hold my own on most shit, but when it's kind of like the joke that happens on stage, you know, like, we'll be on stage and I'll do a little riff, and then he'll do a little riff, and then I'll do a little tapping crazy riff, and then he'll heat it up, and at some point it just always happens where I just sound like an idiot because Jack's like, "Oh, would you like to solo now? Is this what we're doing?" And then I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's go. We need another track. We need a stereo track. Okay. Let's color code it the same as before. Don't want to lose it. Don't want to lose it. Okay. So this is... Oh, I hate that beeping sound. It just makes me feel inadequate, like I don't know what I'm doing. Shh. Alright. Okay, it seems right there. Let's open up this wave a little more. I think it's... Okay, so that's the double jump. The bunk bunk is right there, so... you know what? Let's zoom in even more. Let's zoom in even more just to make sure we get the bunk bunk. So it's right there. So we're gonna cut that puppy right here with a lovely... I can't remember what it is on this one. It is R. That's the one thing about Adobe, which is amazing. I do love everything they make. I do think it's annoying that, you know, like in this program, I'm sure I can assign it. I'm sure I'm just being lazy. You can assign keystrokes to anything, right? But if you're working on Premiere, which is their video, when I did the Live Succession trailer on that puppy, it's C for cut, which makes sense to me, but in here it's R for razor. So it always, I mean, whatever. It's saving my hotkeys like 2 seconds of work, but still. It's the principle. Alright, let's do a little fade in on that puppy. And this is going to be Jack's solo track. So we're going to apply the same, because I do like the sound. We don't want to mess with the sound of the tone of his guitar, because that's essentially what this effects rack has been doing the whole time. So we don't want to mess with that, but we want to add a little something. I don't know if it's going to be like a room reverb or something massive. We want it to separate itself from everything else. And we also are going to put that puppy closer, because right now this would be, yeah, so not quite dead center, but we're going to go right 15 degrees. So that's just going to bring it closer to the center of our headphones we're listening to solo. And really, we just only need this part, so we're going to take our time selector and we're going to paint this puppy. And we only want to listen to that one. Okay, so only this. We're going to loop it. And then we're going to... Oh. Yeah, let's do a little... Maybe not mid enhancers. Ooh, how about subtle clarity? And then... That's too much. Alright. Let's hear it. It's coming. So close. How about room ambience? Oh, that might be it. Room ambience might be the one. Oh man, that sounds sexy. That's what I wanted. I just wanted just a touch. That's what it was missing. Okay, so let's unselect clear time section. So now we have that going. This will obviously be also a different volume. We've got my guitar. Now for Mr. Luc James Bruce. Let's solo this. Let's go back to here. Let's apply the bass. I guess that's the only one. The bass guitar. And let's hear it. That's a pretty fat sounding bass. Okay, well, let's hear it. We're going to be doing some cutting and pasting, some cleaning up, obviously, as we do, making sure that all the tracks have no dead space. Is there anything? I don't think the drums do anything up until... Here, let's do this quick. Let's mute all these real quick, because if there's nothing happening... Whoops. Let's roll all these up. Not even a hi-hat? Not even a hi-hat. So those two kick shots are the first one, so we really do not need any of this. Alright. Guess we'll... Closer. Oh, I had it. There it is. And we'll put a little fade in there because, like I said, there is no reason to have that much dead space on anything. Okay. Let's roll this up as well. There we go. And we might as well just do these over here, because there we go. And we'll add a little fade. I really don't need that to scratch track vocal, so who cares? But okay, let's hear the whole band together. Let's get everyone in a circle and let's jam some music, see what it sounds like. Yeah, let's switch it up, and here we go. You got the touch. Here comes that double thumb. That is pretty. Oh, baby. Whew. Wow, I'm digging this. It sounds pretty good so far. Now, I do hear, so we'll have to keep our ears open for it. But yeah, there's a couple parts where he does do those loves those rototoms. So we'll do what we did on the last stream. We'll isolate those, cut them out. Just a little tease, a little. Wow, this sure sounds a shitload different than that Time Machine track we listened to earlier. Wow. Oh man. Wow. Okay. I am really digging it. Okay, nice. So we got to tighten up that ending for sure, and we definitely got to listen for those spots of the rototoms to get those really, because you know they sounded so good on the last stream, and I just want to make sure that those rototom fills happen, and we'll have to listen to the entire drum track by itself, right? Because with the music is going to be too loud to identify. There was a couple solo parts that we also have to do to make sure that they stand out, and I'm also thinking It's big, okay? It's big. Don't get me wrong. It's big. It's big. I like it. But it could be bigger. And what I mean by that is I think I'm going to do that same thing I did on the Boys Ride Out. So when Mr. Stevens solos are happening, I'm going to have my guitar. So I'm going to make a new rhythm track for my guitar, pan it the same way. We're going to forget about that 50%. We're going to have Jack solo hammer right through the middle. So there's my supporting guitars. We'll lower the levels for that one. And then his solo will be right in the middle, ripping your head off in all those little spots. The little stuff he's doing in the verses we can't do much about. But for the rest of it, I think very, very wise to do so. So let's just get that done. We say we're going to do it, so we're going to do it. Since it's not, this one's really easy to identify. It's right in front of us. So multi-track, and we'll just do it to the start of the song to make sure we like it. This is I'm Yella. And Braxxis guitar. Ooh, Braxxis. Braxxis guitar. 2. Why not? Okay, so this is the track that we want. We can identify where we're cutting pretty. Oop, I do not want that marker there. So here. R for razor. We're not cutting, we're razoring. And then we'll go back to our selector tool. We're going to Control C, Control V. Match that puppy up. Okay, so this guitar 2 now, if we go back to our mixer, is going to be right 30. And let's hear how this sounds. And then, whoop, Jack solo is no longer right anything. Dead 0. And we'll probably bring it up to match. And then let's see if we can just rip everyone's freaking heads off with this. Let's see. Oh, wait a sec. I gotta do it through the whole solo. What am I doing? Yeah, it's right there. That's funny. What should we do? Should we just undo? Let's just undo. Let's undo. Control Z is your best friend on every program in the entire planet. Screw up? Control Z. Problems with your wife? Control Z. Okay, we'll razor that because we know that's where it starts. And back select tool, back to this, copy, paste. Ooh, no, we don't want it there, we want it back here. Cinch that up. And then, oh, nice, we already assigned to the track, so we're good. Let's take 2. Let's go close this one. I gotta make sure that I'm dead on the money here. It sounds a little off. Maybe it's because I'm a little off. I am. There. It's like that is really weird. And not only that, there's some total issues. Surprise, surprise, because we don't have the effects rack assigned to this. Braxxis Guitar Dirty. Okay, now all is right in the world. Let's try it again. Oh, now I sound like I'm playing right notes. I don't know if I'm sold on it. We'll have to adjust the volumes. Let's just hear it. You know what? Let's go back and forth. Let's go back and forth. And just see what that sounds like. We'll just mute this. Looks like it. But we are going to do a little trick. See this little volume line? A friend of mine taught me about this little volume line. And we're going to use this volume line. And we're going to pull down 3 dB, 2.9, whatever, on both of these so that the solo from Mr. Stevens really shines. And we are supporting and not drowning. There we go. We got it. Right there. That's the part we were looking for. Jack's secondary solo. So we'll be doing the cuts on all these because they're all in the same place. Just got to find out where that starts. It's probably here. In the space. Nope. No, it was not. Idiot. I think we should probably start with the where no. So it's right there. Beautiful. Right there. Right in that little... That's right where it starts. Okay. So we are going to make... I guess we can select this track and this track because we're going to cut through both. And that would be R for Razor because we're going to be moving both of these. My guitar for the sporting guitar and Mr. Stevens' guitar down for the solo. So let's see where this solo ends. Right there. Whoa, right there. Got that puppy. Oops. I'm supposed to do both. That's okay. We got it. We got it. We're professionals. We know what's going on. Okay, so this one is just a simple move. We're just moving it down. So that one's done. So that one's already centered. And then this one we have to copy and paste. And let's actually try to match it. And let's go back to... Sorry. I know it's annoying. All right, let's go. Volume bump there, eh? Okay, so we need to maybe fade that in a little bit. That was a little rough. And we need to... And maybe we'll bring this out just a touch so that these blend in with each other. Yeah? Double the soup. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Okay, so I don't like how that sounds. That sounds very... abrupt. I don't know. Like the volume change is like almost too much. I might. No, we can't do it there. Okay. What happens when you hate something you've done? You control Z. What's the soup of the day? Alright, let's try. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Alright, let's try this. Let's just keep it as natural. You know what? I do like it just the way that it is. So now I have to second guess whether the beginning is going to work for us. But maybe the beginning should be bigger, right? I think it should. Yeah. Ooh, and a touch of curry powder. That's lovely. Touch of epic sauce. Yeah, no, I'm liking it. That's fine. That's fine. We'll leave it as it is, because I do like the fact that the beginning of the song is just a little more epic. But with those, that solo in the mid verse, it is just way too abrupt. I think of a volume switch, because we kind of mix it so the whole band kind of comes after that. So we're okay. Okay, so. We are obviously going to do some cleanup, but I mean, we don't really have to do the cleanup right now. We can do that on a lighter stream. What we can do is listen to these. We're gonna. Oh, we don't need to. Why would we solo all the drum tracks? So we can just mute the 4 tracks that we have. See, I'm getting better and better as we go, or at least I'm going to keep telling myself that. Because, let's face it, I'm a lead singer and not a producer, and I'm figuring this shit out as I go. So, let's just hear. We are listening for Rototom. That was one. But that sounded pretty mixed. That's okay. Is it okay? I mean, if we're going to do it, we do it for the whole thing. But that Rototom sounded alright to me. Like, the Boys Ride Out, they were buried. Well, let's see if we can identify another one. And if we can, that snare's got nice. This, I have to say, the mix on... Yeah, boom. Yeah. They're just little shots. They're not, like, major fills like they were in the last one. They're just added for color. Whew. Nice. Well, thank you, Double the Soup, for popping in. Yeah. I don't even know if we have to mess with the Rototoms at all in this, which is great. It's less work, you know, because that was them too, and they're present. Let's see what the vocal. Let's see what this sounds like. I'm scared. This is a scratch.
Bad decision brought you down this line.
Ooh.
You buried them so deep, you thought that I was fine. But you feel that itch of a single drop that's burning down your spine. It's not fine, but the time to remind
well, that's what a scratch jack is for.
Faster, can get dry when you hit the brink and about to sink. And the world has reached the top and overflowing. Yeah, there's nowhere left to hide.
Ooh.
It's time to pay the toll from the one who stole. Yeah, the wicked lies and simple truths untold. When the Rainmaker comes knocking, yeah, on your soul.
I love scratch tracks. It's like, yeah, whatever. Let's give it some reverb, though, right? Because we're going to listen to it with vocals.
Sinking faster, can get dry. When you hit the brake and about to sink.
I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Scratch vocals. I can't do it. Okay. Well, I mean, this sounds pretty good, so let's do our due diligence. Sorry. For anyone that's new to the stream, this is what we do. We clean up our tracks and we do the professional crap. Just to make sure that there's no dead spots, because these mics were so powerful. It's funny, if you listen really carefully, if you don't clean up all the dead... Oh, and BraxxisAxes scratch vocal. See ya. Don't watch anymore. Bye. Thanks for coming. Not really. And what I mean by that is cleaning up all these little breaks, because with those large condenser microphones, you can actually hear me. Like, you'll be able to hear me like just in a very small way, like in the back. 'Cause I was in a sound booth, but we did this entire album live off the floor, right? So the boys are still following me, and they had me able to hear me. And even though we were in a sound booth, those large diaphragm condenser microphones pick up so much, especially at the levels that we had them at. So we have to cut and, kind of trim up everything, because if we don't, we really... You'll hear my voice. Like, you'll hear my voice in the vocal booth, super muddled. And we don't want that. So this is going to be... It's too bad I can't speed it up like I do on my YouTube videos. But no, we have to go through this entire process, and I'm sorry. But the nice news after this is that we're going to bounce this track out. We're going to go back into our time machine. These little things, these little breaks, I really don't give a shit about, because they're not long enough for me to be concerned about the sound wave. Oops. I do not want to add a marker. I want to cut. I am interested to seeing what that is. We're going to solo this. What is this little thing here? What am I doing here? Oh, it's a slide up. It was probably intended. So we'll keep it, because far be it from me to remove something my bass player wanted to do as a cool little riff. Because sliding up on the bass, half the battle. Bunk. And... that's it. Now, where does this song end? Where are we picking our... This is a, like, bang, boom, boom. Whoops. Let's unsolo. This is like a pow, boom. Oh, it's me. Oh, I hate to admit it. It's me. I'm the one that played the chord too long. Ha ha, but I'll never admit it to my band. Because I'm fucking perfect. Okay. So we're just going to listen to how long after I did that. Was it me, or was it... It might not have been me. Oh, it wasn't me. Was it me? Alright, let's solo both of these. Whoever's the longer guitar is the one that's going too long. It's probably... Yeah, it's me. Okay. Fine. It was me. Oh, look, you can see it in the sound wave. It's embarrassingly me. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, we're going to have to... I don't know if we roll it up or cut. I mean, that's a nice thing. We now know that we can select every one of these tracks, shear it up because we don't need it anymore. But let's cut that down to where I finish with the band. Oh, it's embarrassing. So embarrassing. Maybe we'll cut it and do it that way. Let's do it that way. And we'll get rid of this because we don't need it anymore. All right, let's fix my mistake. I think everyone should have ended with me. I think we should redo this whole track, obviously, because I'm the lead singer. And we'll definitely have to add a little fade on that so it's not so... Kool-Aid's watching. I gotta be professional. Better? Probably show that up just a bit. Just a touch. There. I can live with that. Maybe a little longer. Can I live with it as I mess with it some more? No, it was better before. Control Z. The Kool-Aid, do you have the price? I do have a Price is Right sound. I remember once upon a time, and it's buried somewhere, I used to have used to run a forced karaoke bar because our karaoke guy didn't show up, and I would use that one, the Price is Right one, for the next contestant. It was super fun. Okay, so we are now selecting all these tracks that are existing in the Omniverse. And we are going to bring them all up because this song just ends. I love songs that end like that. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of songs that you got the cool lead out and stuff, and that's its own thing, but I really do enjoy it when a song just goes bang! Like, what's up? Okay, so we've now done the bass tracks. That is done. So we are now going to go through, take a quick perusal of the guitar tracks. This one should probably tighten up a bit. No, we're good there. It's not long enough of a break. Aha, these two. For sure. So let's cheat. Well, we're not cheating. We're doing how we're supposed to do it. Like I've said on the stream before, I'm definitely one of those guys that is not handy whatsoever. So if you need something done, don't ask me, but I can definitely measure twice and cut once when it comes to sound waves. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever shown you guys. I wonder if you can see that. This is really awkward. Can you see that? It's a massive scar. I tried to fix the stove for my wife, you know, being a dude and doing dude things. And I watched a couple of YouTube videos, so it's pretty much a pro, you know, if I'm being honest with myself. But I thought I had disengaged the spring. And apparently I didn't do that. And the springs came back when I removed the door, and both the springs went whack on my fingers, and yeah, I almost I lost it. It cut like 3 inches into where my thumb is, and I missed all the muscle, all the bone, no tendons. The doctor was like, "You are one lucky son bitch." I was like, well, thank goodness. All right, so I think we're good to mix this down and go back into the time machine, and then probably call her quits for this evening, as long as I like what I'm hearing. Could come down a bit. I believe I'm saying that. A lot of firsts on this stream. I'm remembering that I'm screwing up. I'm the only one in the band that doesn't know how to end a song, and I'm turning myself down. A lot of firsts. I'm just gonna solo the kick for a second. Yeah, I just wanted a little more. So, as on the side here, you see that there's kick in and kick out. Kick in is the one that's redlining a bit, and I always like it to redline just a touch because that gives you your thud. But the reason I popped up that other one is the outside microphone for the kick gives you your punch, and I wasn't getting enough punch out of that, but now I am. So. You know what? I'm going to listen to the end real quick, make sure that everyone's ending the same one. We're going to bounce this track, and then we're going to go on the time machine and listen to this shit with some effects. Oh, yeah, we got to put a fade. Sorry. It's a small fade, but it has to happen. Because that's how we do it here. Oops. or we make random cuts everywhere. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. I'm sure there is a hotkey, like a Control Alt Delete /forward whatever that does all this, and I just painfully choose to click everyone individually. It makes me seem like I'm working, working for my money. All right. I just say playing Destiny and listening. I just say playing Destiny and listening to this is awesome. I'm glad I'm your soundtrack for Destiny. I'm humbled. If you need me to do any weird alien sounds, just let me know. I do them by request. I used to do them better and parched. Okay, let's do this. There we go. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Just a little fade at the end. Okay, I think we're good. So we are going to file. Well, let's save first. Let's save it. Just in case this whole thing shits the bed after. Export, multi-track mixdown, entire sessione. MP3, Rainmaker. That's what we're looking for. The Rainmaker, for any of you that missed the beginning of the stream. In the same week, I smashed my ribs up in a training MMA match. My car blew up on the side of the road in literal flames. It started pouring. And then after it started pouring, I got my friend, actually my guitar player, to drive me home because the night wasn't going as well as I thought it was going to. And when I woke up hungover as fuck, I put my feet on the ground, and guess what? I was in 3 inches of water. Hence, I grabbed my guitar and wrote a little ditty about the little demon that was following me that week, called the Rainmaker. So, there you go. We'll also be doing, so we are now 3 tracks into this 9 song album of mixing. And of course, there's other stuff we're going to be doing with these tracks as moving forward. But that's nice. We're getting close now. So we're 6 tracks away from booking our studio space and getting all our friends to help sing some songs. Doing the vocal track should be fun. Okay, so we're getting out of here. We're going into the time machine. Oh, 1 second. Time machine has the wrong... because this is now not 2017. It's a... Oh, wow. I get to put 2021. Look at that. That's cool. Okay. I'm ready for 2021. I don't know about anyone else. Done with 2020. I'm sure you've heard that a lot. I'm just going to back it up with I am in the same boat. Okay, so we're going to go back to the... time machine, which we like to call this, which is Winamp, but it has such the cool effects, which I just love. Okay, play file. So D, BraxxisAxes, full disclosure, mixdown, Rainmaker. All right, so let's get this queued up over here. There we go, and let's enjoy the Rainmaker and some trippy visuals together. fun stuff. Holy cow. Man, I love them visuals. Okay, so that was the Rainmaker. Thank you for joining me on this stream. I really thank you for anyone that was here in the beginning too. We had a lot of fun testing out the new combat system for the Divinity campaigns that I have written with these lovely cards that are assigning target priorities and dice rolling target mechanics. And like I said, the shout out goes to Lynn Vander Studios because I adopted that entire system from their brilliant model they did for the Divinity board game, and just kind of turned a me versus the streamers that are going to be joining me for this playthrough into, a collective, I'm still controlling the bad guys, but now it's more of a cooperative experience. And Mazrim Tame, the Mihail, he was the one that joined me for that. Thank you for doing that demo with me. That video will be loaded up on YouTube for anyone who hasn't checked it out. Other than that, I guess we're gonna be going to the next song. I mean, I will like, none of these are final mixes, right? We'll be messing with them, but we're definitely gonna be going to the next track. So I haven't decided what that one's gonna be because I got some interesting surprises I'm working on. I don't want to divulge everything right now, but we will definitely see you next Monday for BraxxisAxes Jam Hall. And just to let you guys know, we do have our first confirmed player for the Live Succession campaign playthrough for the Divinity 2 original campaign. And we've got some other parties interested, so I'll keep you in touch on that. Thank you guys for joining me. Super fun. Double the soup. Thanks for showing up. I do appreciate it. Thanks, Commander Steele, Kool-Aid, Mazrim, everyone that showed up today. I really do appreciate it. And we will talk to you guys very, very soon. See you next week. Cheers.